Hey guys, this is Company of Heroes, and I am as always recording the actual gameplay, not the replay, because gameplay shows you where I click and what I'm thinking what I am doing when, and all that stuff. So anyways, I'm playing as the Americans, my opponent's the Panzer Elite, we're playing at Angoville, so I have a huge advantage. PE is underpowered, and Angoville is the Americans' best map. But anyways, I thought this game was worth showing regardless of those. I can't remember why I thought it was worth showing, but it was worth showing. I actually recorded this at like 3 a.m. this morning, and then I went to sleep. Anyways, I start off with the barracks, to get rifles going. I send one engineer to both sides, one engineer to each side. Say hi. I always send one engineer to each side because then I can go for both fuels while he can only go for one. He also doesn't have a fighting first unit, so if I can find his Kettenkrad or Schwimmwagen, I think it is, then that'll have to move somewhere else and I can get both points. So my rifle squad is done, and I have both points being captured right now, both fuel points, so I don't know where his Kettenkrad is, but he has infantry in this house next to me, so I'm like, oh shoot. Let's see if I can get close and kill them, because rifles are good at close range. PE not so much, but my rifles are getting decimated, even on the small end of the house, so that was like unexpected, but I retreat. I don't think I lose anyone. Actually, I think I do. I saw +1 XP there. So anyways, I see he's capturing the right side. He has one strategic point, and he's getting another one. On the left side, I'm completely uncontested. So I know he's going for the right side, and he's trying to cut me off on the right side. So I send my rifles to the left, send my engineers to the Schwimmwagen, I think it is. Yes, it is Schwimmwagen type 128. But anyways, I send it to that because I know that's all he's going to be capping with. He wants to use his Panzer Grenadiers to attack me at my cutoff. But he does send Panzer Grenadiers back, and I send my engineers close up to fight them, and they're actually winning because they are in green cover, and Panzer Grenadiers suck at close range. He apparently sent his Schwimmwagen to my cutoff on the left, but my engineers are attacking him there, and my engineers on the right at his cutoff actually won that battle. Rarely, but sometimes they do win that battle, especially if they have green cover. The enemy has no cover, which was the case in that battle. So he takes his Panzer Grenadiers out of that house at the top. I send both my rifle squads up there to attack him because I don't think he has any other squads, and I don't remember if he does or not. We will see soon. My engineers on the left are going to go capture the munition point and then the victory point because they're uncontested. So I can just have them capture and then fight on the right side. And I also have them cut off on the right side. I don't know if he has the strategic point for his left cutoff because I can't see it right now, but I assume he doesn't, which means he currently has almost 0 resource income, unless he has the fuel and munitions points, those small ones. So he's placed Panzer Grenadiers in his cutoff on the right side, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm still gonna go capture a munition point. You can capture that point, it's not gonna do anything to me. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win this at this point. That doesn't turn out to be this easy though, I do remember that much. I think he makes a bit of a comeback. Anyways, I even have my rifles capturing points because I want to capture the map rather than attack him. And as you can see now, he's only just now capturing his strategic point on the left side. So he obviously did not have much income this whole time while I had practically the whole map. So I have a huge advantage right now, especially as fuel dependent as PE is. I have had both fuels, so I know he hasn't had them. So he is hurting on fuel, I am sure of it. I bring my rifles in close there, but 2 more Panzer Grenadiers show up, and I'm hoping to finish off this one squad before I have to retreat. And I was also bringing in another squad, but I sent them back, and I retreat the original squad. So now on the left side,
Reinforcement proceeding.
he has the strip down at the bottom that you can see I don't have. But I'm trying to go for his cutoff because that'll cut him off from his only major income. I also got bars at some point because I knew he didn't have much fuel, so I didn't have a risk of, or a high risk of a vehicle. There is a risk because he does have that bottom left fuel, but there wasn't a high risk of a vehicle, so I thought bars would be good enough to fight his infantry, and I don't need an M8. Normally you should go for an M8 against Panzer Elite, but not in this case, because I had all the fuel. So I've taken his cutoff on the left, and on the right side I am just trying to isolate his infantry to finish him off one squad at a time. That's the best way to go for Panzer Elite. And he gets in this building where you only get one window per side, and he actually is able to cut down this infantry squad using those. I was quite surprised. So I picked up the bar and retreated. I'm sending in more rifle squads. I'm having my engineers make a supply yard because I want to get the M8 now. He's kind of making a push on the right side. I want to be sure that I can take on whatever he's getting, be it a vehicle or more infantry. And he also has a bunch of infantry, so I know that my infantry are going to start to have trouble at some point, especially because PE is good in blobs. And I am really amazing myself right now at my commentary.
We're losing ground out there.
I was not expecting it to be this good. This one seems unusually good. Although I didn't watch my previous commentaries, so I can't really compare it to them because I don't remember them. Anyways, I have one rifle squad in the house fighting off 3 squads of Panzer Grenadiers. I know they're not going to win, so I just go ahead and retreat them. Supply yard's completed, so I'm going for the M8 now.
Have him back to full strength in no time.
I keep forgetting to reman my rifle squads. What's this called? Reinforce. Yeah, that's what it's called. All I know is it's the hotkey R. So I'm like R. I want more people. That's what I think when I'm playing R. I don't think reinforce. I think R. So anyways, on the right side, he's taking my fuel and my cutoff point, so I know I'm going to lose that, which makes the M8 a little more important now. And I also see he has a scout car, so he is getting vehicles. Scout cars are not that strong, and they take a long time to make, but they can cut down a rifle squad if they get lucky, which does not happen very unoften, but doesn't happen very often either. Like maybe a quarter of the time, a little less than a quarter. So anyways, my whatchamacallit is done being built. I'm cut off completely from the map, so I can't afford an M8. Yeah, the whatchamacallit is where the M8 is built.
Forward supply lines.
I can't remember what it's called. So anyways, I'm going for the fuel on the left, and I'm also going for my cutoff point on the left because I want that fuel. I don't think I can take the right. I know that he has a bunch of units on the right side, so I'm hoping I can take the left. As you can see here, my rifle squad didn't cut down, so I go ahead and retreat them. I have one rifle squad capturing the fuel point, and I'm sending the other one to capture a strategic point. At this point, he has pretty much the entire right side, and he has his Svimvagen capturing it. But I think he has other units on the right side, I'm not sure. I thought my engineers would be able to capture that point before dying, but they weren't, and so they ended up dying. He's sending Panzer Grenadiers to these rifles. I'm like, okay, you're sending one squad, I have 2 squads, I can win this, and then I can take my strategic point back, so I can have my cutoff. And it does work.
Enemy unit down.
Yeah, I did kill the whole squad off. And it turns out he's sending 2 scout cars to my rifle squad there. So I'm thinking, okay, I gotta fight both these scout cars and capture my cutoff point back at the same time. But that does not turn out to be the case immediately. He decides to instead capture that strategic point, which is a bad move on his part. He really should have gone for my rifles. I would not have been able to win that fight. Or if I did, I would have not been able to capture my strategic point back. So I would have lost that overall battle. anyways, I think that's the first veterancy my rifle squad gets this whole game. Though I do get multiple vets this whole game. But anyways, I now have 3 squads. Riflemen on the left and 1 engineer squad on the right. My engineers find those infantry, but I know they can't take them on because that's a squad of 4 and they're in cover while I approach them. So I'm guaranteed to lose that battle. I just go ahead and retreat them.
We are losing a victory point.
I see he's taking both scout cars together to do things, so I try to take advantage of that. While one is capping, the other's fighting. While you're capping, you can't fight. And now he also splits them up. So I was going to go for his scout cars, but I changed my mind right here. I go for his infantry because I know that his infantry does not stand a chance against 3 squads of riflemen with bars. So I'm just attacking his infantry here.
Enemy unit down.
As you can see, my mouse is on the bottom, trying to see which one's losing health quickly, because I'm expecting him to have all his infantry target 1 squad, and whichever squad that is, I would retreat it as soon as they got to 2 low health, that way I wouldn't lose it. It is better to have all your squads target 1 thing at a time. It's called focus firing. That way you can kill it off, and it'll either retreat or die. In either case, it'll do less damage to you than spreading your damage all over all of his enemy squads. If you do that, you'll just have a bunch of weak squads rather than
underway.
Some strong ones and some weak ones. I'm starting over my words now. But anyways, it is better to focus fire. So now he's taking my cutoff back, and he still has his scout cars together. So at some point I made an AT gun because I know he had vehicles. He also has the whole right side, so I know he has that fuel. So I built an AT gun because I can't get an M8 yet. He still has my cutoff. I only have 26 fuel right now. So I with the AT gun, it turns out effective. And now I remember why I decided to post this video. This AT gun and the next one I make are going to be the heroes. As you can see, I'm pretty much losing right now. He has vehicles, he has more infantry, but I will win this. I'm gonna spoil it. I will win this.
Reinforcement underway.
It is because of AT guns. As you can see, my M8 is now out. Apparently I could afford one at some point, and I did buy it, but after the AT gun. Anyways, an M8 alone is not very good because he can have infantry half-tracks, which will destroy the engine on your M8 or the wheels, and you won't be able to move, and then it can just attack your M8 without being attacked itself.
Supply lines are broken.
Right there you saw the enemy armored car attacking my AT gun, which was a smart move on his part, and he quickly ran away after it was killed. That was a very good move on his part. I assume it went to his base. I don't want to go to his base because his flak defenses can spin 360 degrees and destroy my M8, and I do not want to lose that M8. It is basically the only way I can take the left side right now. So he showed his armored car here. I don't know if I destroy it here or not. Turns out that I do not, but I do hit it once. So I'm just trying to capture points right now. I know he has infantry somewhere. I don't know where. I also know he has vehicles somewhere. I don't know where those are either. But I'm trying to cut him off on the right side. As you can see, there's 2 enemy squads coming up. I'm like, oh, those are MP44 squads, so get in the house. MP44 suck against infantry in a house. And it turns out that I got lucky and had another rifle squad coming up. So I put them in the house also, and ended up retreating the original squad that was in the house, who now has 2 men and is barely living on health, but did get veteran seed level 2. I sent my M8 up there also because I knew that was going to be a tough fight, because he also has G43s, not just MP44s, so he is going to be somewhat decent against buildings. However, he's not going to be able to attack my M8 unless he has AT grenades, which he might because he has scout cars and they come from the same building. But I figured I'll take the risk. He only has 2 squads. 2 squads cannot kill an M8. with AT grenades alone. I think it takes 3 AT grenades to kill an M8 with side skirts. If it does not have side skirts, I think it only takes 2. And side skirts do not really help protect your M8, it just gives it twice as much health if I remember correctly. Just a fact in case you didn't know that already. So my rifle squad on the left here is getting chewed, so I retreat them. Managed to defeat that Panzer Grenadier squad with 1 guy left, and as you can see right here, I'm sending my M8 to go kill it, and it kills it. Right there, you can see. So I managed to destroy that whole squad. It was just camping up there in the crater in yellow cover where earlier my engineers found them. I thought he would have moved them, but obviously not. So I'm just sending my M8 on the left recklessly, which is not a very smart move, and I think that I actually lose it because of this. I see a vehicle on the mini-map. That might be what I think it is. It is what I think it is. It's an AT gun half-track. AT half-track, that's what it's called. So he's killed my engine and immobilized me. So I know it's dead, I'm not going to bother with it. It'll just attack whatever it attacks. I'm kind of focused on killing the Schwimmwagen right here because if I kill it, you will have to buy another for capping or you'll have to use his scout cars. And either way, that's resources lost for him, whether it's the time resource or manpower resource. He also won't be as able to attack if he uses scout cars to capture because they can't capture and attack at the same time. So right now I'm taking the right side and he's taking the left side. I have him cut off, but he also has me cut off. Yeah, I think resources are actually about even right now. I managed to capture the fuel on the right, and I did not capture the strategic point to connect to the fuel. Either strategic point, actually. I could use either one. I could go around the left side and then cross close to his base to that strategic point and then connect to the fuel that way. Or I could capture the strategic point next to my base on the right side to connect it, but I didn't do either one. So I'm not getting that fuel, I just have it. Which is not very smart on my part. I was more focused on VPs right now because I'm kind of worried. Am I going to win this? Am I going to lose it? I just want to end this as quick as possible. So I go for VPs instead of the strategic point. I don't know if that was very smart. That's what I decided to do. So here, moving up my AT gun, I have another M8 out, and I'm reinforcing rifles. Every M8 I buy, I always put side skirts on because they are very weak without them. And I also buy the 50 cal if I can afford it. It doesn't matter how much munitions it would leave me with, even if it would leave me with 0 munitions, I always buy the 50 cal if I can afford it, because that helps immensely killing infantry. It also kills Panzer elite vehicles quite well. I thought that he was going to do this. I was using my M8 as bait for his AT half-track, and he sent both his AT half-tracks in to kill my M8 because he knows that he can just kill it easily with the D-track ability. But I had my AT gun there, and I managed to kill both half-tracks. That was a very nice setup on my part, I do have to say that. I'm not going to be humble and say that was just luck or anything. That was totally what I planned to do. I did not, however, expect him to bring infantry in on the right side, so he does manage to decrew my AT gun. I sent both my M8 and rifle squad, which is double vet now, to fight them, but they're not dying that quickly, which surprises me, actually. He does retreat them now, but he has another squad. I think I send my rifles up to them. Yeah, I do. My rifles are better at close range, BE's better at long range, like I said before. And he's now attacking my M8 with his AT half-track, and I'm afraid he's going to get a Treadbreaker on me, which would immobilize me. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad, because I have infantry around it and an AT gun, but I still want to avoid it, so I backed it up. And my AT gun is also now facing his Schwimmwagen and his armored car. I want to go ahead and kill those, so I send my rifles up along with my AT gun kind of in the back. One-shot kill on the armored car, but it was already damaged, so I expected that. I'm now moving up my AT gun even more. I have some rifles and engineers sitting on the right side doing nothing because I have the whole right side. I also have an M8 in his cutoff points doing nothing. So I tell my engineers to just make a mine. Like, whatever. Somebody's gonna run over it. I know his Finnwagen can detect it, but he's still gonna run over it, I think. And so, anyways, on the left side he has an AT half-track coming up. I send my M8 for it because I don't want it to be able to do anything damaging.
The enemy is down to
My
300
AT gun
points.
does manage to kill his Kettenkrad, his Finnwagen, not his Kettenkrad. And my M8 kills his AT half-track, so he's left with only infantry attacking me on the left side, and he's doing nothing on the right side.
Back to full strength
That's not
in
very
no time.
smart. He really should attack both sides, keep me on my toes. I don't know where he's gonna be. I kind of expected him on the left, that's why I only have one M8 left on the right side. So anyways, my engineers die. That was very quick. I do not remember them dying that quickly. But anyways, I recruit the AT gun, or is that another AT gun? I'm not sure. But both its infantry squads are dying. I trace them with my rifles. I think it's only my rifles. Yeah, I don't use my M8 also, just my rifles. I think they both get out alive. No,
Enemy
one
unit
dies.
down.
I bought engineers for some reason. Probably because I have so many M8s, I need stuff to repair them. Somewhere there should be a decrewed AT gun, I think. Somewhere on the left side. Because they did decrew it with his... I think he actually decrewed an AT gun twice, so I can't remember. Anyways, I'm looking for it right now, not in game. I'm not sure where it is. Maybe I recrewed them both. Not sure. Anyways, I'm getting another M8. I don't know how many I have so far, but I'm still getting another one. Because they are proving to be effective. I can use them as bait, I can use them to kill, I can use them to raid, do quick raids, hit run and gun, basically, like Guerrilla. They're very useful, especially because he's not getting anything that can really kill them, like martyrs. He really needed to get martyrs this game, but he couldn't afford them because I have both fuels again. Anyways, as you can see, I think I lose this rifle squad. Yeah.
Our forces are taking
That was a double
casualties.
bit rifle squad that I lost. Before they died, I threw a grenade into the small house. Always throw a grenade into the small house, not the big house, because it will do more damage in the small one. In the small one, the infantry is closer together, so it'll affect more of his infantry, so it'll do more damage. It's really quite simple. So you should always go for
Enemy
the
unit
small
down.
house if you have a choice between which one to throw a grenade in. I mean, obviously, if there's only one guy in the big one and there's 4 people in the small one, it's up to you. You can either kill off a squad or damage a full health squad. I don't know. I guess it depends on the situation or what you prefer to do. Anyways, I'm trying to get my engineers to repair this AT gun. They're not doing it. I have seen this bug before. Typically, moving him away and then bringing him back fixes it. I tried that. It didn't work. And then we came over here. He destroyed my engine again, which I hate. But I have another M8 coming over here to the rescue. He cannot use his tread brake ability rapidly. Because I think it takes like 2 minutes to regenerate. PE has very high regeneration times
Enemy unit
for
down.
all of its munition abilities. If you... Yeah, it's just high. I don't know what they are, I just know that they're high. And
They have
pretty
200
ridiculous,
points.
in my opinion. So, that's one reason to always get the... I don't know what it's called. It's the healing ability at your HQ, because that will refresh the munitions abilities also if you move into your HQ area. So anyways, I was talking about that as being a PE player, not as an American player. American refresh times are pretty low. So now anyways, I have two inmates attacking his AT half-track and his infantry in the house. I try to throw a grenade in the house. I think he gets out, but then he gets mowed down by the inmate that's right next to it. Let's see. Yeah, both squads get out, but then they get mowed down by the
Enemy
inmate.
unit down.
The inmate, yeah, both inmates mow them down, basically. And he just lost, he had 6 people in there, now he has 2. So, now he has 1. So he's pretty much screwed. His AT half-track does manage to destroy this inmate, I think. Yeah, he
Casualties
does.
being reported.
But I get a sticky off on it, and I think I destroy it. No, I do not. Maybe I'll destroy it with gunfire. Yeah, there we go. Out of control.
Enemy unit
Anti-lead
down.
vehicles are obviously weak to small arms. And at this point, I have pretty much the whole map. As you can see, I'm sending 1 rifle squad to capture the last 3 points. Sending my inmates up along with the AT gun. And I really think that AT gun, or both of
Back to
them,
full strength in no
kind of
time.
lost count. I think I only have 1.
We're ready to move in. Just
Yeah,
give the order.
3 inmates, 1 AT gun, 4 vehicle things on the minimap. So that 1 AT gun has actually saved me because it's been able to destroy his vehicles. Back when he had the Schwimwagen, scout cars, the armored car,
The enemy is down
it was
to
able to
100
destroy those,
points.
so my inmates could then rule the land. So, anyways, on the right side, he has a Jagdpanzer, or Panther, Jagdpanther, I think. So I'm telling my engineers to lay mines everywhere, just lay them randomly. Maybe he'll drive over one. My inmate gets a rear armor shot and actually does some damage. That was pretty funny when I was playing this. Now as you can see, he's heading towards the mine, but he stops. And I still have my engineers laying mines. I don't think he's attacking them. Yeah, he's not. As you can see, I spin my inmate around to his side and he follows it. What I'm trying to do is just circle strafe it so that he can't shoot my inmate. Because I know that if he does shoot it, it's going to die. And I don't want it to die because then he'll be able to attack my engineers. Which will... which are trying to think here.
The enemy is down
Engineers
to 50
which are
points.
laying mines
Armored
to kill it.
operations.
Or disable it at
Confirmed.
least. And I'm really just wanting to disable it because I have the whole map. I have all 3 victory points. And he only has 42 victory points left, 39, 36. So I know I'm going to win this as long as I can keep the victory points. And so that's what the mines are for on the Jagdpanther. So if he can't use it, he can't capture anything because that's his only offensive unit right now. I think he actually drops here somewhere pretty soon. So anyways, I have the whole map now. He's trying to take my munition point. Kind of wondering, what are you doing? That's not going to do anything. But, whatever. He's not going down without a final battle. So I try circle strafing again with my M8 on his Jagdpanther. I'm wondering where his infantry is right now, actually. I was not thinking this in-game, but now I am wondering. I go ahead and say GG, because I know it's the end of the game.
We have
He
a
is not going to
threat
win.
victory.
And that is the end of the game. So, 279 to really 0 victory points. I have a whole bunch of units on the left, an M8, and... Oh, I brought a Pershing. I forgot about that. I brought a Pershing to take care of the Jagdpanther. And then I forgot about it after I bought it. Anyways, I ended up winning regardless of that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up for liking it. Yeah, thumbs up and liking it are the same thing. Anyways, thumbs up the video, comment about it, and subscribe for more videos.